Welcome, everyone. I am Bob Wurzelbacher, the director of the Respect Life Office for the Archdiocese of Cincinnati, and this is our video podcast series that we call Being Pro-Life. Each month, we discuss a different topic in the Respect Life arena. We'll hear a personal story from someone deeply affected by that issue, and finally, we'll share ways that you can get involved. Many of you probably recall during the 2024 presidential election hearing about some controversy surrounding Haitian immigrants, in particular in Springfield, Ohio. And just a few days ago, the Department of Homeland Security announced the termination of temporary protected status for Haitians who have been able to legally live and work here in the United States because of that status since 2010. Now, many of them may be facing deportation in just 60 days. Today, we're going to hear from one of those immigrants from Haiti living in Springfield, Ohio. His name is Patrick Joseph. Patrick, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bob.
So, Patrick, first, just tell us a little bit about your background, what brought you to the United States, how long you've been here.
Yes, as Bob mentioned to us, my name is Patrick Joseph, originally from Haiti. Port-au-Prince is my capital, and I'm from in Cape Haitian. So actually, I'm coming to the United States in 2021. But before that, I used to go back and forth to United States because I used to work with a big company, Royal Caribbean International, with the cruise ship. So I used to traveling from 2011 and then go back and forth into the United States and then join the ship. And after a while, pass like 8 months on board the ship and then go back on vacation. Of course, I have to go pass by United States and then go back to my home country. And at the end of my vacation, I have to go back again coming back to the United States in order to be joining the ship. I overpass like working with Royal Caribbean about 10 years.
Patrick, I'm sorry to interrupt you for just a second. So you worked for a cruise ship. What was your position there? What was your job?
Customer service.
Okay, so then at COVID-19 hit, and then what happened?
Yeah, and the COVID-19, there is no guest on board. The company decided to send almost all of the crew members back home. So including me, and then they send me as well home because there's no guest on board to taking care of. So I reach home. And then when I get there, I'm happy to stay with my family because COVID-19, it was stressful. We have people kill themselves because they said they don't want this infection coming to kill them. But some of those just suicide by themselves because of this situation. At the end of 2021, because COVID-19, as mentioned, so there's nothing to do in my country. But my company texts me back. He said, if I'm willing to coming back to work, I say, yes, I do. But my C1D visa was expired. And then say, okay, you know why? I need the letter of employment to go and renew my visa, which they sent to me in order for me to go to my capital and Port-au-Prince to renew my visa. At the same moment, bad luck for me, this is the same moment the situation happened. They assassinated the president, the embassy closed, everywhere we can say just locked down. So there is nothing I can do. And then one of my friend was in the United States, he said, what are you doing back in Haiti right now? The situation is complicated. Why don't you come into the United States to double check to see what we can have in a better life? I said, let me just think about it. He said, there is nothing to be taken. You have to take action because COVID-19 broken everything down. So there's nothing you can do right now. You need to think about that. I say, okay, well, when I double check and I have my B2 visa, and then I say, guess what? I don't want to stay back home because there's nothing to do. And then in August 2021, I booked my flight to come into Springfield, Ohio.
So when you came to Springfield, what was your status at that moment? You couldn't get your work visa signed in Port-au-Prince because of the political unrest? Is that?
Yeah, because of the political, I couldn't renew my C1D visa to go back to the ship. And then when I coming back here, I come in with my tourist visa. Oh. Of course, when I come in there, my friend said he's gonna be if he can work with me together to see if I can find a job, okay. Of course, to help me apply for a work permit. And then the situation, it was complicated for me. I was not like when I coming back here, it was not good at all for me because living in the 2-bedroom with 15 people is really complicated.
Okay, so you came here on a tourist visa at that particular time because it was not really feasible for you even to get your work visa signed in your country with what was happening. You're rooming with a lot of other people at this moment because a friend of yours, I guess, that you know here in the United States. And now,
Yeah,
okay, so then what happened? Were you able to find a job and how quickly?
it's not gonna be easy to find a job. My friend just said, "Okay, I'm gonna try to support you in the way he can." He said he's gonna try to borrow me money and then to go to somebody to help me to apply for a work authorization. At the end of 2021, 2022 coming, I still don't have my work authorization because I need to work legally in the United States. This guy say, okay, don't worry, I'm taking care of you. I will feed you, and then I will borrow you money if you need to send to your family. Just a friend who would like to really want to help me. In the middle of 2022, I have my work authorization. And afterward, he tried to help me looking around to find a job. And then when I find a job, he said, okay, you know what to do right now? Because you're already in the country, try to apply for what they call asylum. And then when I was coming there, I was eligible to do the temporary protect status, the TPS. And then I applied for it. It took a long time before coming, but actually they was give it to me. And then he gave me an idea. He said that, you know why? You need to apply as well for asylum. I say, okay, what is asylum? And then he explained me what is asylum. And then I say, okay, guess what? My country, this is the situation, the way I come in. And then I do apply for the asylum. And then what? He find me a job. And then I try. I'm still in the same place, but I'm thinking to find a place to stay because 15 people living in 2 bedroom is terrible. And then one day there's no work, and then he tell me, let's go walking around Springfield, but for you to know Springfield better. And then there is a service on the pole, a thrift store. He said, okay, try to shopping yourself, try to find something to buy. And then when I go there, I see some Asian folks over there. They try to buy something, but the customer at the desk didn't know how to communicate. And then I step up. I say, okay, let me try to help you guys. They were so happy. They were so pleased because I come in to help them as well. At that time, there was the Casey Wallens was there, and then she asked me for my name, took my phone number. She said, okay, are you Catholic? I said, yes, I am. So now welcome. And then by that, we make a friend. And then she always tried to check on me and then asking me almost every day, how is life treating me right now? And then I need to speak to her and then to tell, okay, this is what I don't like right now. I do like Springfield, but the living situation is not good at all. And then I find a job. He said, "Okay, she gonna try to look around to see if she can find a place for me to rent." Actually, thank God. And then she finds somebody. That person decide to leave, and then Casey spoke to that. So to the owner, he said, "Do not give to anybody. I have someone who really need a room right now, so give it to them." And then when I come in, I was so happy to move.
Right. So, Patrick, tell the audience. I mean, I know, but let's tell the audience who is Casey Rollins,
Casey Wallen is we can say, is a director of Saint Vincent de Paul.
the head of St. Vincent de Paul there in Springfield.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, he's the head of Saint Vincent de Paul, Springfield, Ohio.
Awesome. So she found a good place for you to stay. And what is the job that you found?
He was on the food production, but he was 12 hours a day. When you left home, you not even see the sun. And then when you're coming back home, you not even see the sun at all. So that means only when you're at work, when you take your break time, you can go outside so you can see the sunlight.
You got your work visa, then you got your job, and now Casey has found a better living situation for you. With this 20, is this 2022? I guess now is that what
I think that was at the end of 2022 up to 2023.
anyway, so you're here just so everybody's clear. You're here legally, you have a work visa, you have a job. You're probably sending money back to your family at this point in time. Is that right?
Absolutely, because I'm just coming outside there for my family.
Then what happened from there? Were you trying to get your family to come with you to the United States, or what is your plan at that point?
I was trying to help them to come in because I'm here alone. I have my sister, she's in Florida. But when I come in here, I try. Even Casey tried to help me out to apply for my family. But unfortunately, the program we was applying to was closed. It was not easy for my family to come in there. So they still back home. I don't know exactly what I should do right now for my family to come and to join me. And this administration right now, it closed what they call a TPS, temporary protect status. But I have my pending asylum. I'm still legally able to stay in the United States.
Okay, so when you talk about your family, who are we talking about, and how many members of your family that are you hoping to bring here?
I have my wife and my two children.
Okay, how old are your children?
My daughter gonna turn on this month 26, and my boy already 14.
Okay, so you're trying to get them here. That is not working out well. And then, so you've been here, and now there's this announcement that the TPS, the temporary protection status, is just ended for Haiti. So you started to talk about that, but do you know if that is going to affect you? So a lot of people are going to have to leave the United States in 60 days, right? By the beginning of September. But do you know if that's going to affect
Absolutely. We still have people, Haiti, living here like 7 to 10 years. They only with the temporary protect status. They didn't try to get any other status. All of them need to go back home. But so this case, we know only God to be working on that for all because they know the situation in our country right now. Without a long time ago, like more than 5 years, the president they assassinate, and then we still doesn't have any election going through to have somebody to taking care of the country. We still have a lot of bad thing going back there. So I think it's not fair because all of those people coming here, they try to get status to be legal in the country. Anyway, as we can say, as a Christian Catholic, I'm always said, God have control of everything, and we hope God gonna help us out in this situation.
Absolutely, God is in control. What's the last time you were in Haiti?
I think August 2021.
2021. You haven't been back since 2021. But
No.
I assume you probably get letters or phone calls and emails to your family. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
I do. Every day
Okay.
we talk.
Okay. And you would say that the situation in Haiti right now is really no different than it was 4 years ago, ever since the president was assassinated?
I can't say it getting worse than that.
Oh,
What happened? Why I say it getting worse? The situation gonna be getting worse. It's getting really bad right now, really crazy because the gang said if Donald Trump send those people back home, they're gonna stay right there to the airport to pick up people to just take them away and then to asking for money. If they cannot give money, they will be killed.
wow. I guess they know if they're working in the United States, they must have some kind of money.
That's right.
That makes sense. Yeah. So you have a pending asylum status, but you don't know, of course, what will happen with that pending status. You also have a work visa that is currently valid, but is your work visa invalidated because of the TPS status, or are those two separate things?
No, it's a two separate thing
Okay.
because I didn't do a work permit on the TPS. I do a work permit on the asylum. Will be expired in 2029.
Okay. But even though it doesn't expire till 2029, if your asylum does not go through, will you have to leave by September 2nd as well, despite your work visa, or you don't know?
No, for my asylum, for me to be leaving, I supposed to see a judge, and then the judge listen to my story. If I'm not going through, and then he's just refused to give me my the asylum, yes, I can go back. But without that, if there's no judge coming to asking me question and then to listen to my story, there is no way I can go because the judge need to listen to me to my story. The judge need to give me the invitation to meet them and then to ask me question about my asylum and then to find out exactly if what I'm said and my story is true or not. And then he can decide either grant me the asylum or refuse me. Otherwise, if I don't have any judge in my case, they need to have, I know they are working in the system to find a way to call the people who don't have any judge. What happened is the people coming from CBP, they already assign them to a judge. But the people coming, for example, the Biden people, the people coming with the tourist visa, we don't have any judge. All of those cases, they know they're gonna try to assign a judge, but it's gonna take time.
It's going to take time. Okay, well, what can other people do to help in this situation? Can you think of things that people can do to help?
Actually, I can say right now, if I want to mention that again, I'm sorry. Casey, she's the one with service on the pole. She crying every day for us. Anytime she find bad news, she still start crying. And then that affect us to know exactly somebody who not even know the Asian, but who brought the Asian and her heart. She's a really good person, extremely good person. She's taking care of Asian to translate. We feed them, we give them food, we give them free clothing, we help them with the immigration purpose. For example, if there's something they want to do with USCIS, we call like interpreter to assist them. So that's why we can say Service on the Pole is the one who support more and Springfield, especially Springfield, to taking care of the migrant at this moment.
Do you now work for St. Vincent de Paul?
Yes, I do. Before that, I can say like 5 or 6 months, I was volunteer. And after that, when I was there, coming almost every day to give my service, and then they said they need to hire somebody, and then they chose me just to work for them.
Right. You want to talk a little bit about what was it like last August, September, October, right before the election, when all this attention came and everybody was talking about the people from Haiti in Springfield, Ohio. Was that really difficult time there in Springfield for you? And
Actually, I can say yes, but we try to stay strong because my people, we always strong. Even something happen, we don't let that to be affect us, but we try to stay together. We try to stay stronger.
do you want to talk about that at all? I mean, the things they were saying about people from Haiti at that time, they were all. Do you know where did they come from? Why were they saying that?
First of all, the person who was mentioned that in social media, she was extremely sorry about what she said. Because, first of all, in one text, she said she's not the one something happened. If she said somebody just say something, then she just posted something. I think that this is a racist because if you don't see Asian do something and then you say the false accusation, I know that was affected a lot, but most of us, we have a lot of Asian left this place, especially at Springfield. They left Springfield, Ohio. They go to Dayton. They go to Columbus. They go to Lima. They disappear to different places. We also have a lot of people at Springfield, but because of this situation, what they said, they are disappeared. But for myself, there's some other people, we are stronger than them. We say there's no way we are going. We're going to stay at Springfield because we come in. We love Springfield. We love those people who taking care of Service on the Pole. We can say it's another family for us. It's my second family. Without Service on the Pole, I can say my family cannot give me the better ID. But when I wake up and then I go to work at Service on the Pole, I see the lovely people, the beautiful people, those people who have a good heart like this, that make me happy, that make me feel like I'm with my family, you know? So
Yes.
that's why I say there's no way to go anywhere else. Because whenever you go to somewhere else, you need to start back at zero. But where I am right now, I can say I am with my family. I don't want to go to anywhere. I'm to stay at Springfield. Anything happen, it need to be happen to me at Springfield.
All right. So, I mean, you have a job now in Springfield. You'd be going back to zero, as you say, if you had to go back right now to Haiti. So, what would you say about the U.S. residents of Springfield overall? Are they very accepting and friendly towards you and the Haitian population here, or is it difficult for you? Or
Actually, I can say not for me because I'm part of the church member at St. Louisville, like we say, called St. Raphael. We have a group, we form the church. We have a lot of people coming there. I'm also a catechist. I'm the one who prepare people for the baptizing to help the priests. And we have a big community. Sometimes you may find some different people, but to be honest with you, I never find someone to talk against me about something like racist. But everyone I say at Springfield, they are really lovely people. They are very good people who care about Asian, if I can say like this.
okay, overall, you feel very welcomed here in Springfield where you are right now.
Absolutely, yes.
Right. If people are listening going, oh my goodness, how can I help? Should they contact St. Vincent de Paul? Should they contact somebody about trying to change the TPS? what can somebody do?
Actually, we find this situation back and forth early because Service and the Paul are open is the open hours is Tuesday to Friday from 9:30 to 2:30 in the afternoon. We find that every day, every second people come in. What I'm gonna do right now. So what the idea we give to them. So you know the situation, you know what they say already. So you need to be stronger. You need to stay. You wait, pray. God, you never know exactly what God can decide to us. You need to stay, but don't leave this place. If you go somewhere else, you need to start at zero. And everywhere you are going, they go against Haitians. So you don't need to leave Springfield. Springfield is not the problem. The problem is the president just caught what we have right now. But this is what we have to do. We have to pray for God to decide to say something for us.
Okay. Turn to prayer. Okay. Well, anything else you want to share with our listener audience, Patrick?
As I said before, we have a nice community in the church right now. I am the one who play music for them. We have a mass every Sunday at 3:30 in the afternoon. And I'm the one who prepare people for baptizing. As I said, I'm a musician, also working with Service and the Paul to help the migrant. Also, there's other people coming, we help them as well. And I think that's all for me. I don't know if you have any other question.
Do you have some good friends there who are from Haiti who are in a much more difficult situation than you in terms of they're pretty sure they are going to have to leave in September because they don't have the asylum status that you're really worried about?
Yeah, we have a lot of friends coming asking what they should do. As I
Huh.
mentioned, I say to them, we need to stay in prayer.
Yeah.
Prayer is the one who can open any closed door.
All right. Well, thank you, Patrick. Thank you for sharing your journey with us today. Thank you for all the work you're doing with St. Vincent de Paul there in Springfield. And you were just sharing with us the great work that you're doing as a volunteer in your church community, right? And all the service as the musician and helping people get welcomed into the church and all you're doing for the church as well. And thank you for taking some time with us today.
Thank you, Bob.
All right. I want to thank all of our viewers and listeners for tuning in on this episode of our Being Pro-Life series. Head to the website, view the links talked about in this episode at www.catholicaoc.org/beingprolife. Thank you again for joining us today. I look forward to being with you next time.